Women have important needs in relationships. Men have asked the wrong question since the beginning of time. This question is, what do women want? The answer is so vague because wants and needs are not always the same thing. This is why you might not know what to think when you see some pairs. Men will wonder how he got to be with her. Even though he wasn't what she thought she wanted, he knew how to meet her needs, just as she did for him. This is because relationships go both ways. So, let's talk about what women need in relationships so you can learn what you might have missed in the past and how you can be a better partner next time. Before you jump to the comments and ask where the story is about men's wants, I already wrote that. 1. The need to feel safe. Men think that women want the bad boy because they are risky, interesting, and bold. Even though this is true for some parts of their lives, I am sure that she will marry the gentleman even though she will date the bad boy. Why? She knows that excitement and adventure don't always make someone a good life partner. It doesn't mean that she can trust him completely. It doesn't mean they believe and value the same things. It doesn't mean they are good for each other. It doesn't mean she can trust him to keep her safe. Not only safe physically but also safe spiritually and mentally. The kind of safe that lets you open up to someone, share your deepest thoughts and wishes and be yourself without fear of being judged. This is the amount of safety we all need in a relationship, even if we don't know it right away. Without it, there will always be doubts or walls between us that keep us from getting close enough to fully connect. 2. The desire to be wanted. James, I always tell women they're hot, and now they block me on social media. In a relationship, desire is about a lot more than just how attractive someone is. Real, true, deep desire is the powerful and unavoidable pull of another person, not because of how they look but because of who they are. When you want someone, you want them on a deep mental level as well as a sexual one. You want to be with them, you miss them even before they leave, and you only see them among the billions of other choices that pop up on your screen every day. This kind of deep desire can't be caused by looks alone. Anyone who looks good can make you feel sexually and physically attracted to them. But the one person you'll choose to give your heart, mind, body, and soul to is the only one who will make you want to give everything you are to them. When she wants you this much, it will pull her toward you. It will make the mental bond stronger and make it easier for love to flow. It will make her feel safe and solid in that space with you. More on this later, and you can't fake or copy that feeling. She wants. No, she needs to feel this from you. If you don't, she'll always wonder how interested or committed you are. 3. The need to know that you are valued. James, I'm a man too, and I need to feel valued. Congratulations, you're starting to realize that women aren't aliens from another world who are hard to understand. They're people who want and need many of the same things you do. Society has just made dating harder because it tells all kinds of confused stories and tales. There is a good chance that the woman you are meeting has felt unappreciated or taken for granted in past relationships. Maybe she wasn't loved, cared for, respected, or honored enough. This could be because of how she was raised, her early love situations, or a bad marriage she had before. We've all been in situations where we felt like our efforts were going ignored, no matter where they came from. I think that when you're the woman, she wants to give to you. They want to let down their guard, work hard, and fully commit to someone. But they've learned that they need to keep their hearts close until they're sure they're with the right person. This knowledge starts with you being grateful and appreciative for everything she does and for everything she is. Would you keep giving your whole self to a person and a relationship if you didn't think they appreciated it? No, of course not, no matter how nice, caring, or generous you are. We all have a point where we start to feel taken for granted, and our limits and standards help us know when that point has been reached. 4. The need to be treated with care. Even if you think that women are treated differently than men based on numbers, you can't change the way things are in the world we live in. The last 100 years have brought a lot of good things for women. For example, Many women are now beating men in the workplace, in higher education, and in fields where women didn't even work a few decades ago. The truth is, though, that we still have a long way to go and a lot of progress to make. My female clients are high-level executives, CEOs, business owners, and entrepreneurs. Despite all of their success, they still tell me stories about how men treat them differently, talk over them, or give chances to those in the boys' club. You don't have to see it for yourself to know that it happens every day. Even I saw it when my wife had her brick and mortar businesses before the outbreak. When repairmen came to work on the shop, they would quickly think that I owned it. They would talk to me but ignore her as if she were an employee or another guest. What am I trying to say by saying all this? Women need to know they are accepted in their relationship because they fight for it so much in other parts of their lives. This means that you should respect and value her thoughts and views, stay out of her way, and never do anything hurtful or insulting. It means treating her as if she is on the same path as you because she is. 5. The need to know that someone cares. James, I thought women were meant to be strong and independent these days. Why do they need to be cared for? Because they are people, that's why. In a close friendship, we all want, to feel cared for. We need to know that the person we give our heart will care for it as well as they would for their own, or even better. We need to know that we can count on them to help us out when we are sad, sick, or having a problem. If we want to be with someone for the rest of our lives, we need to know that they will take in sickness and in health, until death do us part seriously. This is shown and felt through deeds, like showing compassion, understanding, love, and support in good times and bad. Women are physically and naturally more nurturing than men, we'll talk more about this soon. But that doesn't mean they don't want to feel cared for sometimes, even if they don't want to admit it. 6. The need to think about other people. Listen, I'm as liberal as it gets. I've spent the last 10 years saying in public that I believe in equality, respect, and women's rights, and that men need to step up and do better for the women in their lives. I've made these points in magazines, on stage, on TV, and in papers. I do all of this, though, knowing that men and women are biologically different in ways that can't be changed. Same is not what equality means. We should all be treated the same, but we shouldn't hide our differences and act like we're all the same. I say this because, in many cases, not all, of course, women have a stronger biological need to care for others, just as men have a stronger biological need to protect. Women are extremely protective of their children. We all know a mama bear who has shown her teeth when she had to. They are also more in tune with the need to care for others than men are. Some women get what we call baby fever, which is a strong desire to have a child. Their bodies and lives seem to be begging them to have a child to care for. Some women see themselves as nurturers, and they are always looking for someone or something to care for. My mom is the same way. When my brother and I got older and moved out, she and my dad started getting dogs and taking care of them. Our grandparents were cared for by them. They look after our children. They care about everyone in their lives. This is, however, clearer in my mother than in my father. This is biologically true, so you can probably identify it. This means that she likes you. She wants to help you feel better. She wants to take care of your children if you decide to have them. Some guys find it harder to open up than others, but you should know that if you don't let her in, she won't be able to give you the love you need. Giving her room to be loving and caring will make your relationship stronger. 7. The need to trust each other. This is a need we all have, no matter our gender, sexual orientation, background, views, color, shape, or size. If a woman doesn't trust you, trust you, she won't let you in on parts of herself that are important for making a close bond. She can't respect you if she doesn't trust you. If she doesn't trust you, she won't tell you anything. She can't feel safe with you if she doesn't trust you. And she can't love you if she doesn't trust you. To be honest, She shouldn't do any of these things if she can't trust you, just like you shouldn't if she can't trust you. Relationships that are strong and healthy are built on trust. 8. Why you need to lead. People only disagree with this point if they aren't honest with themselves about what women need as people. We often mistake a person's work success or strength for who they are on a mental and physical level. She might be in charge of a big company. She might be a strong single mom with many kids who does everything herself. She might be the leader in the office, in court, or on the field. She still wants you to step up and take charge, though. She needs to know that you can be strong in your masculinity just as she is strong in her femininity. She needs to know that while work stresses and demands are always on her, they don't have to be on her back in your relationship. When I met Rachel, she had just left a terrible marriage while she was still pregnant with our now 3-year-old child. She was with our 7-year-old, who was 4 at the time. She was running a big business by herself through it all because she had the guts to leave a bad situation. She had no reason to need me to come in and do something. But my thought was, since you already do all of this, it's time for you to sit back and relax for once. I plan most of our dates, trips, travel, and other things that make her life harder than it needs to be. She has to take care of the kids, the house, their food, their school, and pretty much everything else. So, when I can, I do what I can to help her out and take some of her responsibilities away. If she didn't think I could do that or couldn't, all I'd be doing by being in her life is giving her more to deal with. Knowing that you are willing and able to lead in areas where she has no interest, time, or energy to lead gives her a moment to breathe and lets her know that for once, things are being taken care of for her instead of by her. 9. How important stability is? James, I knew it. Women only want rich guys. Financial stability can help reduce stress, but it's not the only kind of security that counts in a relationship. Stability and protection are important because they give a relationship a strong base on which to grow. They are, in a way, the building blocks of the house. She probably dated guys in the past who still needed to grow up a lot. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted, went hot and cold, or acted in different ways at different times. This makes it hard to trust someone new again. If you know and see that you can be stable and secure in your own life, it will show that you also bring that to all of your relationships and exchanges. It doesn't mean you have a lot of money. You could work at an animal shelter and make a small living, but you've been doing it for a long time and care deeply about the cause you serve. This shows that it's stable. It shows that it's true. It shows that you are honest and good. Emotional security is much more important than being able to pay your bills. 10. The need to be sure of something. We live in a world where temptation is harder to avoid than ever before. When our parents and grandparents were dating, flirting, the word social media would have sounded like a strange language. Texting would be as well. Now, though, we are bombarded all day, every day with pictures and movies of beautiful people and their lavish lives, and we can look at our deepest, most private dreams whenever we want. Feeling bad? Could be. True? Yes. She needs to know that she is the only woman in your life. That she won't be turned in for a better model and that your eyes, mind, or heart won't wander when she's at work, running errands, or chasing the kids around the house. Reassuring someone is easy, all we have to do is pay attention and feel present. To show her how much you care and value her. To give praises that mean something and are sincere. To make her feel deeply that she is now and will always be the only woman we think and feel deeply about. All women have different levels of tolerance for this. What is it that makes her question your intentions? You might think there's nothing wrong with, say, following scantily clad models on social media. Since they live in different parts of the world, you don't think they are a real threat to your relationship. She may see things differently, though. Very, very, very different. Talk to people. Know where you stand with her. Care for them. Don't do anything that makes her feel bad. Show her every day that she is the most important thing to you and that you will never leave her. As long as you mean it, of course. 11. How important the truth is. We all know that being honest and telling the truth is a must in a relationship. When you tell a lie, which will eventually be found out, you destroy people's trust in you. But it's more than just regular honesty. Everywhere we turn, we want to hide the truth from other people. The truth about a worry. The truth about a problem at work. The truth about how you missed a deal that would have helped you save money for that house. The truth about not being happy or content in a relationship. The truth about how you feel and why, or even about what you don't feel. The truth about what you want, need, and even fantasize about. It's normal to want to hide something from our partner if we feel ashamed, embarrassed, or worried that it might hurt them or cause trouble. But here's the thing, a truth that hurts is always better than a lie that makes you feel good. She needs to know that she can trust what you tell her and what you do. Even a small lie can make her question everything you've ever said to her and everything you might say to her in the future. It is much easier to keep people's trust if you are honest than to try to get it back if you have broken it. 12. The need to be loved and seen for who she is. Do you think a lot of people know her? I don't mean her coworkers, people who follow her on social media, friends, or even her family. I mean, know her inside and out. The most honest and uncensored version of her that lives in her mind. The worries, fears, questions, injuries from the past, hesitance, and pain? But what about the hopes, goals, dreams, love, kindness, understanding, and selflessness? As a way to protect ourselves, most of us hide parts of ourselves from other people. We don't want to be judged, made fun of, or seen by anyone but ourselves, and the only reason we do is because we don't have a choice. Some people, of course, also try to hide from themselves in harmful ways. Then, it's easy to see how consequential and special an act of love it is to accept a person as they are right now. Not the people we want them to be tomorrow. Not who they were when they were younger and didn't know any better. But who they are right now, worthy of love, worthy of being cared for, and worthy of being respected. Just like you, the woman you love needs and deserves this level of complete acceptance in your relationship so that she can feel fully linked to both you and her. If you and your partner can create a space and atmosphere where the masks come off, the souls are exposed, the hearts are fully shown, and the whole of your real selves are accepted, nothing will be able to shake the base you've built.